Trying to kill.
Still in the Great White North. Snow everywhere. What is up? 2026. Happy New Year to everybody. New year, new possibilities. Everyone's optimistic for at least a couple more weeks. How's it going, fam? Out here doing ride share as usual. It's dead right now. What is going on? What is going on, everybody? Back again. If I'm back, that means it's slow right now. What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? Back again, doing my ride share. No rides, so I'm talking to you guys. New year, new everything. How's it going? Let's start the year off in a positive direction for at least a week or two, and then we can all just be negative and over it already. What is happening? Woo! Yeah, he was terrible last week, even though they won. It was god awful. He had like two decent drives. The rest of the game was like watching a junior high player play football. It was terrible. And the one touchdown he had was like a wounded duck that somehow the Steelers just let happen. I'm not saying he'll never be good, but he ain't it right now, for sure. Well, I mean, they got him cheap, so they don't have to. Oh, they're definitely going to be bringing in some people next year. They get to get rid of Deshaun, right? They get to bounce Deshaun's contract next year. They'll be definitely bringing in some people. Hopefully, they don't bring in 7 quarterbacks like last year. Steelers are going to need some quarterbacks, so Browns can limit themselves to 3 or 4. This year they brought in like 7 people. You know who I like? Malik Willis. Malik Willis plays for Green Bay's backup. His contract's up the end of the year. Everything I've seen from him in the last like 4 or 5 games I've seen him play has just been impressive. He's gonna be a top free agent coming up. I want the Steelers to get him. You're a Browns fan, I'm a Steeler fan, even though I live in Ohio. But I only live like 30 some miles from Pittsburgh. Yeah, Mac Jones is going to be getting a lot of money too. You don't want Kyler Murray. He's terrible. You don't want Kyler Murray. He's awful. I mean, he's better than what you got right now, but you don't want that. Yeah, I'd take any of those guys over what you got. Yeah, I understand. He's better than what you got. Exactly. I hope the Steelers don't go after Murray. I hope that they go after somebody younger. Yeah, give me Malik Willis or Mac Jones. I'd be happy with either one of those guys. I want them to give Will Howard a chance next year because I think he could be a good quarterback. I like Will Howard than most of the college kids coming out this year for the draft. Most of them. Steelers aren't going to get a high pick. So out of the people they can pick, I'd rather just go with Howard. You know what? I don't hate the Browns. I do not hate the Browns. Yeah. They actually almost got Mariota this year, and you got to figure that since our offensive coordinator is familiar with him in Tennessee, that might happen for sure. I wouldn't mind Mariota because I think that Will Howard could beat him out. So if we get somebody really good, then Will's not going to get a chance. So I would like Mariota because Will has a chance of beating him out. I hope we get rid of Mason. I mean, Steelers are going to get 2 or 3 quarterbacks because I don't want Rodgers back. He's played okay this year, but I don't want him back. Because you know what Rodgers is going to do? He's going to drag it out, drag it out, drag it out. And we're not going to be making any moves whatsoever. So he's played okay. I mean, he played okay. He hasn't been terrible. I mean, he's been better than anything we've had in the last couple of years, anyhow. He's played better than I thought he would. The problem with him is he just has days where he doesn't have it. You know, I think he wakes up just like anyone else his age and has good days, and then he's all world, and then some days he just looks awful. Now, granted, we don't have any receivers, so he doesn't have a whole lot to work with. I just hope he doesn't want to come back because I just want to move on to our future, you know. We're in like quarterback limbo here. If we lose to Baltimore on Sunday night, I hope they move on from. I hope them and Mike come to an agreement to move on. You can have our coach. You can have Tomlin if you want him. Yeah, that Achilles is going to keep him out probably the beginning of next year too. Yeah, he was having a career year. I'd say he was about to get paid, but he got paid when he was in New York. He was making $40 million in New York, so he's going to be like a mid-season ad for somebody. He's going to be like a trade deadline ad, that kind of thing. He might not even play next year. Depends on how he recovers. He's still young though, youngish. Crazy thing is the Steelers were choosing between Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett, and they chose Kenny Pickett. And that's the time I wanted them to choose Kenny Pickett. Boy, was that wrong. Boy, was that wrong. I mean, to be fair, at the time, Malik Willis sucked at throwing the ball, but he's matured amazingly. He's better than anything we got other than DK, and DK's a knucklehead, so he's better than any other receiver on our team other than DK. And he's more versatile than DK. I'd take Jerry Jeudy in a second. I'd take him in a second. I want Steelers. Steelers should draft a receiver in the first round. I hope they do. I don't know if the Ohio State kid will be around then, but I hope they get a decent receiver in the first round. And also, if I was the Steelers, I'm trading TJ Watt at the end of the year. The 3 games he's missed, the defense has given up like 13 or 14 points a game, average, something like that. They played better without TJ than they did with TJ. He's making $41 million a year, which is insane. I hope they trade you. They won't, but I hope they do. $41 million, that could be another defensive lineman, a cornerback, and a middle-of-the-road receiver for one player. We're loaded outside linebacker. Yeah, he gets open, though. At least he's open. I always liked Jerry Jeudy. But Steelers obviously can't get a number two receiver. So they've been trying for 2 years. They pissed away Pickens because he's a knucklehead, but this they suggest I put up these stickers asking questions. We're talking about sports, and the question was, "What's your favorite song to sing along to?" Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he wouldn't be a number if we had him. He'd be a number two. We could put him in the slot. Though the Steelers are loaded with slot guys, we just don't have any, real number two. There's a part of me wants the Browns to be better. I like when the Browns are good because it makes it more interesting for me. Plus, where I live in Ohio, like half the town is Browns fans, the other half is Steeler fans. I live like 32 miles from Pittsburgh, so. Oh my God. I've been watching football. I mean, knowing what I'm seeing for 45 years. And Shador has these flashes of greatness, but yeah, as an everyday, every down quarterback, he's just not it. I mean, he can get better. He can get better. Not saying he can't get better, but I just don't see it. It's just all the hype because of his dad. I mean, he played Colorado, beat nobody of any substance, and yeah, I know he's just not that. He's not it. I can't say anything. I'm a Ohio State fan, and they fucking lost. They lost. He kind of the second one. The first interception was that lollipop he threw. I don't remember the second one. Even the touchdown he had was a lollipop. Yeah, I get that all the time. I have to watch. I got to do a reaction to Stray Kids. It's crazy if they have somebody that looks like me on their on their thing. I keep forgetting to do a reaction to them. I have to now, though, for sure. That first pass was a wounded duck straight up in the air. Took 20 seconds to get to the receiver, and somehow Pittsburgh's dumbasses couldn't got over there and intercepted it. That was embarrassing. I got to do a reaction to Stray Kids. It's crazy to me that somebody looks like me. Yeah, pretty much. But then sometimes he'll roll to one side and throw a laser beam. So who knows? Who knows? But he's not ready to be a starting quarterback. He's the kind of guy that needs to sit on the bench for 3 years, get his, play scout team, get it figured out. He's just not ready to be a starter. Because once again, we're talking about Malik Willis. That dude couldn't throw the ball at all when he got into the league. So it's amazing that all this hasn't humbled him at all. The rumor was when he came to Pittsburgh that officials said it was the worst interview any player's ever given. So there was no chance of Pittsburgh picking him up, or drafting him. That was the word around town was it was the worst freaking interview ever by any player the Steelers have ever given. Because he walked in and big timed him. He walked in and big timed him. Mikey's not putting up with that shit. Oh my God. I don't know about that. I'm not going to mark on someone's intelligence. I don't know him. I mean, it doesn't mean just because you can't process defenses. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. He has that slangy, cool guy kind of the way he talks. So I don't know. That wouldn't be the reason why the Steelers said it was the worst interview ever. I think he just went in there like big time in him. I mean, he may be, but I'm not going to speculate on on that kind of stuff. He may be. I don't know him well enough. I don't know enough to make those kind of statements. Some people can't talk. I mean, I've known some geniuses that can't talk. Or his dad taught him to say as little as humanly possible when he's giving interviews. Oh my God, I got the car off and I got the window cracked and it's starting to get cold in here. Where are you at? Are you in Ohio, Jeffrey? Caleb Williams got the lowest completion percentage of any starter, I think, not in history, but in a long time. But he does some spectacular plays too. And then he throws some ridiculous passes also. Where you at, Jeff? What part of Ohio? Are you in Ohio? I don't know anyone that lives outside Ohio that's a Cleveland Browns fan, so. Let me guess, you're Akron, right? Warren. Okay. My son lives just outside of Warren. In Cortland. My son lives in Cortland. That's right there next to you. I'm sitting in Steubenville, Ohio right now, which is south of you. I live in Toronto, Ohio. Yeah, that's where my son lives, out in the country there in Cortland. We got a nice little house. For my taste, it's too far away because it's like an hour and 5 minutes to get to his house from where I live. I wish he was closer. Got to ride, guys. Got to go. See you later.